In this video, we will showcase the top 3 Town Hall 9 attack strategies. We will start with number 3, moving our way up to number 1, the best attack strategy for Town Hall 9, teach you everything you need to know about them, so let's get into it. Starting off at number 3, we have the Hog Riders. Now, the most important thing when looking at bases is, can you set up pathing for Hog Riders via taking out some buildings? The main defense you want to get down is actually the clan castle troops, if you know what's in there. Now, if you do know what's in there, you will know via a scout attack. That is, somebody else has already attacked the base. Make sure you watch it. It will allow you to know what's in the clan castle, hopefully, as long as they've lured it, and also where the traps are, so you can plan your attack a little bit better based on any potential Tesla. Also, the enemy archer queen. She is a major defense to get down. She will take your Hog Riders down incredibly quick, and also the barbarian king is a big consideration for Hog Riders. They're ground-based troops. So in this one, we take the entire bottom area. That then allows Hog Riders to come around the top of the base because we've carved this little path down to the bottom. So let's dive straight into it, starting with a golem being deployed. And one thing I forgot to mention, the builder huts on the outside. Do not time fail. If there are builder huts, plan a couple of archers to take them down. However, in comes that golem and up pops a Tesla. That lures the golem across to the left a little bit, so a few Hog Riders will take that down. However, the barbarian king is then deployed, and things are a little bit different to what was planned here, the golem going off to the side, but the barbarian king will go down. Now, at this point, there is a top level move here. We want to take down the archer queen. We will need to use our archer queen to do that. However, it's not deployed yet. Why is that? If you know, let me know in the comments. I'm going to tell you right now anyway, but let me know if you knew ahead of time. I'll be interested to know why the Archer Queen wouldn't be deployed at this moment in time. Well, the reason is there is a Lava Hound which has come out of the clan castle. So the Lava Hound will just distract the Queen. However, we don't really need to take down the Lava Hound because it's not going to do any damage to the Hog Riders. If, let's say, this was a baby dragon and a witch, they would do damage to Hog Riders, so we would need to take it down. However, the Lava Hound, we really don't need to. If we deploy the Queen now, she will pop the Lava Hound, have to deal with all of the pups before she gets to the Archer Queen, and she might not get there. So we wait very patiently, look, as the Barbarian King takes down the enemy king, and then what's going to happen with that Lava Hound? Wait for it, guys. It gets pulled to the other side of the base, and that is purely with an archer over here. Once the Lava Hound is out of the way, the Archer Queen on offense can be deployed in order to just walk in here and take out the enemy Archer Queen. We don't have to deal with the Lava Hound. So them top level little things can be what makes the difference and make your attack incredibly efficient. So do consider that. However, getting back to more the Hog Rider attack strategy, we've dealt with the clan castle troops, we've dealt with the king, the queen, and we've created a little bit of a funnel in terms of taking out this bottom area, so at least we can somewhat deploy the Hog Riders. They're already getting deployed, but notice they are deployed surgically. Now, all that means is we are picking off defenses on the outside very surgically in order to make sure once they go down, the Hog Riders will merge together and come into the center of the base. You do not want your Hog Riders going all over. You need to condense them into the center and onto the dangerous defenses, that being in this case wizard towers, and that is where the heal spells are used, look, as the Hog Riders condense into the middle. That's why we also have a set coming to the northern area to keep the Hog Riders coming through the middle. Otherwise, if there was defenses at the north, they might be drawn up there. So kind of sketch out your plan, if you will, as to where the Hog Riders will be deployed. Try your best as well. You can probably see a good example here, how the heal spells do not overlap. And in fact, the entire central area of the base was covered with heal spells. Use them in the most dangerous areas of the base. That tends to be the center, but also where the splash damage is. Now, the other main thing for Hog Riders are cleanup troops. Make sure you do not time fail. As soon as Hog Riders have been deployed in an area and have taken out defenses, get your cleanup troops in. It will help out massively. Now, the reason for that is if you do not put them troops in straight away, you can very easily run out of time. Look at how much time is left in this raid with all of the defenses down. So the wizards will help to take out that area. Now, we will move on through the attacks. This video is obviously a bit subjective in terms of what I believe is the top 3, and witches could be argued to be in there. Let me know about witches as well. Let me know if you knew how that lava hound was going to be dealt with and why not to deploy the queen, and also if you would have witches in the top 3. Now, the reason it's not in there is that sometimes in the community leagues, witches are banned. However, I will link at the end of this one the witch video I did for Town Hall 9 if you're interested. It is probably the easiest strategy, but let's move to number 2. This one is the Lava Loon attack, and I'm showcasing the Queen Charge into Lava Loon for this attack. Now, arguably, you could use a lot of these techniques interchangeably. For example, I showcased a Kill Squad into Hog Rider, so that was probably more of a Sui Hog Rider, to be fair. However, you could just merge depending on the base. You could do a Sui Lalo, you could do a Queen Charge Lalo, you could do a Kill Squad Lalo, whatever works best for the base. In this example though, we can take down a huge proportion of the base with this Queen Charge before sending in the Lalo. Now, a lot of the objectives are the same. The main objective for you is the Archer Queen. She's just literally got plummeted here by the attacking queen because we have healers and rage spells to get through that. But the Archer Queen is the main threat. Whilst the Barbarian King did go down here, he's not as big of an issue because he cannot shoot the Lava Loon portion of your raid. However, for the Queen Charge, if you are considering using a Queen Charge, you've got to make sure that you send her where you want her to go. Otherwise, she can walk all over the place, and you do that by setting up the funnel. So in this one, we used the queen herself alongside another couple of troops in order to take out this right hand side of where the queen was standing. Then the Barbarian King is used down to the bottom here, and with the wall open, it means the queen will be lured into the inside of the base because there are defenses there. So it works really well. Now, if you can use wall breakers, I would highly recommend using wall breakers. You get the best value. You can combine them with your rage spells. However, if you need to, you can use jump spells. So let's take a quick zoom in on the queen here. She is going to be taking out the enemy clan castle troops, but look at the wall breakers. In combination with the rage, they can get through that area and guide the Archer Queen to the wizard towers. So we've got clan castle troops down, the queen down, and we've carved an area of the base. Again, balloons, they act very similar to Hog Riders in that they are defense targeting. So you've got to carve a path of defenses. But you might ask me, why would we use balloons and the Lava Loon method here rather than Hog Riders? And the answer is, it can come down to personal preference, but it's also down to pathing. So Lava Hounds, which are going to be attracted to the air defense, have got really good coverage here. They come to 1, 2, all of our balloons are very covered. They then move towards this air defense. Again, our balloons are protected all of the time, and we can easily get through this because the queen's going to get the sweepers as well. Your balloons are not susceptible to giant bombs and spring traps. They are only susceptible to air bombs, and they are not nearly as deadly as the spring traps and the giant bombs as for Hog Riders. So your Lalo can be more effective if appropriate on the base, but the Hog Riders can be a little bit more user-friendly. But if we're talking strength here, the best Town Hall 9 attacks, that's why I've got Lalo in at number 2. It does require some skill. You will have to practice, and haste spells are your best friend. So you might notice they have been deployed right around the base here, and that ultimately helps to power the balloons forward. Balloons don't need a lot of help on damage. Look, as soon as they get to this Tesla, it will be one-shotted. And that's what you kind of want to do with the Lalo. Make sure that as you path your balloons, they get to a defense, they take it down in one shot. They don't have to hover there because they do added damage on their first strike, or they do it faster, should I say. So that way your DPS is greater. That's where you want to try and ensure you have enough balloons to one-shot each defense. And it's about that surgical approach we talked about with the hastes to get them to the areas incredibly fast. However, it is time to move on to the best Town Hall 9 attack. Your number one attack strategy for Town Hall 9 in 2020 is the Avalanche. I did a video on this recently, I'm sure some of you even seen it, but if you do want to see all of my Town Hall 9 strategy videos, I have a playlist. It looks just like this on my YouTube channel homepage, but I'll also link that playlist in the pinned comments and it's in the video description. However, I do tend to bring the Town Hall specific content, the Let's Plays, and the 5 vs 5 war commentary, having that educational aspect. So if you do want to see my daily videos, be sure to subscribe. However, let's get into teaching you the Avalanche. So for this one, it's kind of a very heavy kill squad into just a couple of Hog Riders, not used in the same way that we taught you in the Hog Rider, the number 3 attack. This one is just using them to supplement. So basically, you need pathing through the base. You can do that with jump spells, or in this case, earthquake spells open the initial compartment, but that allows us access, look, all of the way to the back area. And the idea is you use a multitude of golems to distract with a huge amount of wizards and often skeleton spells to get through the base when the defenses are distracted. So you want to take probably 4 to 5 golems and you use them spread around the base like so, with the wizards followed behind. Make sure you are being very careful that the defenses are distracted before you put in the wizards. And also look at them Hog Riders. When you get a defense distracted and you can't quite get your wizards onto the defense, such as in this example they were attacking the Lava Hound instead, you can sneak a Hog Rider in there to take that down. So that's why you have just a couple of Hog Riders to help you out. Now it looks very messy to start with. It does take a lot of practice. However, you can see that we're basically stripping apart all of the outside of the base and we're getting the main force, the heroes, a couple of them golems and wizards punching into the center. Now again, once you're in there, that's where the skeleton spells come into play. When the defenses are distracted, you can deploy these skeleton spells to take out them defenses and also the enemy heroes. And it's quite fun to use at Town Hall 9 because it is so surgical. However, I've been over here in Subsidium for quite some time and they have been tearing it up with the Avalanche. It is incredible. If you want to join any of the clans I cover, my Discord server is in the description as well. Notice the back end use of the skeleton spells here as well. Wait for it, guys. Waiting until that wizard tower locked onto the golem on the outside before the skeletons then came in to take down the defenses, and they are not getting hit because the defenses are distracted. Right as I said that, the wizard tower turned around and took them down. However, that is your number one attack. It's so powerful. Even in this war alone, we had, I can count it for you guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 triples using the Avalanche against max level bases. It is incredible. You can tailor the amount of Hog Riders, skeleton spells, things like that based on the base design. So that's my top 3. Remember, if you do want to think about witches, if you're not doing League Wars, you just need to know the easiest Town Hall 9 attack. It is the witches. I've linked it here for you, but have a good day, guys. Until next time, peace out.